Okay, so our first live got cut off, but we are here for the second and, of course, the final part of this teaching. Before we got cut off, I was saying that the second tip, welcome to our live meeting for single mothers for me. The second tip is to open and begin an investment for your child. And what I was saying in the first part of the video is that for you who still have the support of the father, and you can find him, because we're coming to women who cannot find the fathers of their child, and I know they are nowhere to be found, at least at this time. For you who still has the support of the father of your child, and you can find him, the best thing both of you can do together while you co-parent is to actually build an investment together. So yes, open and begin an investment for your child. Do that together, apart from just school fees. So of course, investment is not expensive, so do the expenses together like you would normally do, but also do the investment. And it doesn't matter how small. I know it looks like, oh, maybe 1,000 naira in Nigerian currency, for instance, may be too small. What was that? You can as well not bother, but you'll be surprised that 1,000 naira that you do weekly or monthly, depending on what you can afford, is going to go a long way. And if you are a single mom without the support of the father's child, do well to keep aside an investment, no matter how small. This is very important. Even if it's 200 naira. Let's say you're a single mom and there's just a lot going on. Of course, talking about you now who doesn't have the support of the father, or the father is even nowhere to be found at this particular point in time. Do the investment. After expenses, still do the investment for your child. There are 101 investment platforms, and we will take that in another meeting in one of these months while we go on with our series. So do the investments, do some sort of investments, 500, 1,000. If you can't do weekly, do monthly. If you can't do monthly, at least the least you should be able to do is quarterly, with some sort of substantial, amounts. Just the way you save towards rent or school fees, also take out time to put some sort of investment for this child. At the end of the day, at the end of these tips, I will tell you why I'm giving you these tips and how it's going to, of course, help you to be marriageable as a single mother. The third point and the third tip is allow your child learn a skill that can make them earn. Allow your child learn a skill that can make them earn. Of course, this is for mothers with child, let's say from 5 and above. But you know what? It's never too young to just start infusing these kind of skills and knowledge into these children. It's never, especially when you are in this unique situation that you find yourself. I'm saying as a single mom. The truth is, even your child will be thankful for it, because you used the situation to your advantage, and it wasn't a thing of you feeling sorry or you trying to just find an excuse. No. So this is one thing that I do not know if a lot of single moms have looked into, allowing their child to begin to learn. There are 101 skills for children. I'm talking children under the age of 10, then talk less about 10 from the age of 10 to like teenage years. Like then those ones 10 to like teenagers, they have like 1 million skills. So there's coding, there's Ankara crafts, there was one time, I'm sure the lady is a teenager. I don't have it here again because I gifted it out, but there was this teenage lady around my area that did this fascinator, and she sells it. So it's not like she did the fascinator, she's like, oh auntie, just take, I dash you. No. And I don't think she has a single one. I think she has like both parents alive. Like, she's very okay. But you see, out of her siblings, and she's not even the first. She's not the firstborn. Out of all her siblings, she's the one that have decided, to go for that gold mine. And now the truth is, I exchanged money with her. I paid her, and I'm not the only one she's selling to. If that person sells the fascinator, that girl sells the fascinator to, let's say she has a target of 10 customers monthly, and she does her work of walking around the estate or however else she finds it or she deems it fits and of course safe to sell what she's selling. Of course, that would be good sort of income coming in compared to if there was nothing coming in at all and it was just lying dormant. You look like, as a matter of fact, I'm sure you listening to me and not looking at me saying, what's 10,000 naira? No, I do not think so, because of course 10,000 naira can do a lot when you're a single mom, especially without the support of the father of the child. So allow them to learn a skill, find out the skill that works with them. Don't just force a skill down them like, oh yes, okay, I've learned that they should learn a skill. Oh yeah. Just come and they are doing painting, come and join. Where is the painting class? Understand your child. Ask question. Possibly ask for a child psychologist, a child counselor that can help you understand, what parts your child is more inclined to, at least at the early age. Whether it's singing, dancing, whatever the case, of course, allow your child to begin to explore their potential for a very early age. It will be useful, and of course, it then has the potential to earn. I'm not saying immediately they start out with the skill, start pressuring them to earn, like, oh, where's the money? No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying when you start early, at least 5 years down the line. And the truth is, when it comes to younger children selling things, if they do it well, adults want to patronize, compared to if you a bigger an adult does the thing and you're trying to sell to them. They're just going to, now, like, if a person is not interested, they just feel like they'll give you an excuse and they'll walk away. But when a child comes on, like, oh, I'm selling this, would you like this? They're most likely to actually sell just because they are children and they are already putting in that effort. So it's important that you use that to your advantage as well, and of course use it with wisdom and use it with a pure motive, because you genuinely want to be better and also build your child to be better as well. The fourth tip is have a budget and plan for your child for the next couple of years. Have a budget and a plan for your child for the next couple of years. If you don't have the truth is, if you don't know how to do a budget, that's what I want to say now, please, I can even work with you. Find someone who can do that. And I'm telling you that I can do that. I can help you out. If I sit down in a session with you, I can help you to build that out, at least for the next 10 years. Now, please note it. Having this budget and building this budget and this plan doesn't mean that there will be no extras or the good things cannot come, like your child getting a scholarship. That's not what we are saying. But what we are saying is that would help you to understand and estimate what the cost will be like for your child for the next couple of years, such that when you have, or if you come across someone that is also willing to be a part of your journey financially, you have something to present to them that they can then now say, hey, all right, let me take care of his or her secondary school bill for the next 6 years. Let me take care of the university bill for the next, or for the first 2 years, or for the last 2 years. But when you don't have that, it looks like everything is falling on your head. Everything, you are so overwhelmed, you are tired, you are stressed, you don't know where money is coming from. The least you can do for yourself to eliminate and remove yourself from those categories of single moms that are just everywhere and are nowhere. When I mean by everywhere and are nowhere, they think that they are overwhelmed, and when you are trying to ask them what are you overwhelmed by, they are not able to pinpoint it. You eliminate yourself from it, okay? And then be clear about your this is the fifth and the final point before I do a recap for every one of them and how it makes you marriageable. Be clear about your current relationship with your past and act like it. I'll say it again. Be clear about your current relationship with your past and act like it. I advise a lot of single mom, invest in therapy session. Don't do it when you're in a marriage and you are struggling to get over your ex. in your mind, you thought that you were over your ex until he came 3 weeks consistently to pick your daughter for baby daddy's time, and then you started to see him and started to feel the way you felt before he disappointed you, and so on and so forth. You want to be sure and you want to be clear. And sometimes you may not be able to do it yourself because you are not skilled to do that, not because you are not serious with your life. Then engage the help of a therapist and a counselor to help you find out things about yourself that you may not know. Okay, especially if you are quite unsure. There's some people, they are sure, but even in your certainty, the truth is there are triggers that can trigger feelings, emotions, and environment of what you have or had with a past partner that you have to deliberately work on. It's not going to disappear because okay, you've decided you want to move forward. You have to deliberately work on those aspects, especially if it was something that's deep. For some people, they were with their baby father, their baby's father for a lot of years before they finally moved on, hoping that he will marry them. Maybe they even gave birth to two. Maybe if it's you listening, maybe you even gave birth to two, started living. So I know that a lot of pattern with single moms is that a lot of times when they give birth to the child for this man, there's some sort of living in. So this living in may make it look like, I will marry me, or it automatically will equal to the child is going to have a great parenting. But all those things do matter, and those things are part of your memory. Doing like this is not going to remove it, but being truthful about what you've been through and how to declutter that so that you become a better person. And of course, you're a focused and more intention-driven person. How does this point help you to be more marriageable? So let me start with being clear. Let me move from the bottom to the top. Being clear is that you eliminate the drama that is going to happen with your future husband coming to do the investigation and coming to do the work to find out whether you are still emotionally attached.